Hello everyone, welcome to Ielts Mate. This video is just going to be the continuance of my previous video on writing task 2. In that video, I have discussed writing task 2 topic advantages, outward disadvantages, and the introduction have been discussed in that video. So the topic was, today more and more students are deciding to move to another country for their studies. Do you think advantages outweigh disadvantages? If you want to have a look on the introduction, please check out my previous video first. And now I'm going to move on the body paragraph part. So guys, as I have promised you in my earlier video that I am going to discuss how we can elaborate only single idea per BP, means what's the whole thing which you are supposed to do if you have to just write one idea and elaborate it. So now just have a look on the BP first. Now please look at the first topic sentence. This is the whole body paragraph, and it has been divided into three parts. And usually the body paragraph should be divided into three parts. This is the topic sentence 1, means this contains the main idea. This is the supporting sentence 1, and this is the supporting sentence 2, or you can also call it the concluding sentence also. So now have a look at the topic sentence first. The topic sentence contains the main idea. The supporting sentence just explain it without giving you another idea. So admittedly, it starts with admittedly means undeniably, admittedly. Pupils seeking, the question was about advantages and disadvantages of students going abroad. So here in this body paragraph I have covered one advantage only. Admittedly, pupils means students, seeking means finding, erudition means education, abroad means students studying abroad. Instead of students studying abroad, I have written pupils seeking, erudition means education. So pupils seeking erudition abroad have an upper hand over, or other than that you can say have an edge over, and both of these phrases mean the same, which means have an advantage over. So all these three phrases, from all these three you have to use only one. Have an upper hand over or have an edge over the learners means they have, these people who study in the foreign country have an advantage over the learners who study in their own country. So this is my one single idea, that those peoples who study in the foreign country become something different from those who study in the native country, and the same idea has been elaborated in the whole paragraph. Please read it once more. Pupils seeking erudition abroad have an upper hand over or have an edge over the learners exploring the insight in their native country. So instead of studying, I have written exploring the insight. Insight again means knowledge. Now this is the supporting sentence. The supporting sentence basically elaborated by explaining how this can happen. This is the advantage I have mentioned. This is the main advantage, and now in this line I have mentioned how this advantage can how become actually an advantage. This is predominantly owing to the fact that means this is because here I have given the reason for my advantage, because in IELTS you are given an instruction properly that give reasons for your answer. So this is what they mean. They mean that you have to give reason for your topic, for your idea. If you have written an idea, you have to give reason for your answer. So this is what they mean. This is predominantly owing to the fact that, means this is because, predominantly means mainly, and instead of writing because I have used owing to the fact that. So this is predominantly owing to the fact that the former section of the scholars, former means the one which are described first time, and the latter means described second time. So the former students are one who went abroad, and the learners are one who studied in their native country. So former means who studied abroad. So this is predominantly owing to the fact that former section of the scholars means students, undergo means they go through the learning process, undergo learning in far more sophisticated means developed, highly interactive and pragmatic education system. Pragmatic means practical. So I have said that the reason why they are special, because the reason is that they undergo learning in far more developed, interactive and practical education system, which makes them, instead of which I have written making them, which makes them. If you are going to write which plus verb ki first form of the verb, which makes them, then you can also skip the which and just write a comma and add ing with the verb. So instead of writing which makes them, we'll write making them more worthy or deserving, more worthy. So the word more again describes the comparison, focuses on the comparisons of such students with the normal students. So again this is telling that I am just elaborating my previous idea. So making them more worthy means deserving of being given a priority in the recruitment process of any reputed corporation. So just see that how this idea matches with my previous point. Here I said that they are given a head start, or they have an upper hand, or they have the edge over those students. So here I have mentioned how these students have edge, over the those students, normal students, because they are given the priority. And why are they given the priority in selection? They are given the priority in selection because they have studied in a developed education system. Now please read this body paragraph again. This is predominantly owing to the fact that the former section of the scholars undergo learning in far more sophisticated. More again means comparing it with the education system of the normal students. So this paragraph is basically comparison with these students with the normal students education system. So the former section of the scholars undergo learning in far more sophisticated, highly interactive and pragmatic education system, making them more worthy of being given a priority, making them more deserving of being given a priority in the recruitment process of any reputed corporation. So this word priority, they are given the priority, again explains that these students have an advantage over the previous students. So hence this is a kind of second supporting sentence, or kind of concluding line of this paragraph. Hence attaining erudition means education overseas can go a long way. Means can, to a great extent, can can go a long way in giving the students a head start over the learners. So a head start again means advantage, can give the student advantage over someone. If we have an advantage over someone, we can say we have head start over someone. So so attaining education, erudition means education, attaining means gaining education overseas can go a long way in giving the students a head start over the learners who opt for studying in the home country. So here this is kind of conclusion कि इसीलिए, so clearly attaining clearly means we have already explained it, so we have written this word clearly. Attaining erudition overseas can go a long way in giving the students a head start over the learners who opt for studying in their home country. And those students asking for PDF, please understand I have not noted it down from any PDF, so I don't have any. And thank you again for watching. Thank you so much.